Hey, welcome back. If you have a garden, whether it's a small backyard plot or just a few pots on your balcony, I want to show you something today that is going to make a real difference this season. I'm talking about a fertilizer that costs you nothing to make. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need any special tools. And the results? Your plants will grow faster, look stronger, and give you more fruits and vegetables than you've probably seen before. The best part is, everything you need is already in your garden. You probably pull it out every week and throw it away. Today, we are going to use it instead. This is all about something called green fertilizer, or weed tea. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make it, how to use it, and which plants it works best on. Let's get into it. Section 2. What is green fertilizer? So what exactly is green fertilizer? It's very simple. You take weeds, the ones already growing in your garden, you put them in water, and you let them sit for about a week. That's it. Over that week, the weeds slowly break down in the water and release all their nutrients into the liquid. What you're left with is a dark, rich liquid that is packed with nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and a whole range of other minerals that your plants love. Think of it like a homemade plant smoothie, full of everything your garden needs to thrive. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Won't the weed seeds end up in my garden and cause more weeds to grow? That's a great question, and I had the same concern when I first started. But here's the thing. After sitting in water for a full week, weed seeds completely lose their ability to germinate. They're dead, so you don't need to worry about that at all. Still, my personal recommendation is to use the most lush, leafy weeds you can find. Nettles and dandelions are my top choice. They are very juicy and break down beautifully in the water. After a week, most of the leaf matter just disappears into the liquid. Only the tougher stems and roots are left behind. Section 3. What you need to get started. Okay, so let's talk about what you actually need. First, a container. It can be anything. A small 10-liter bucket works fine if you have a small garden. If you have a larger garden, a big barrel, maybe 100 or 200 liters, is even better. The size doesn't matter as long as you keep the proportions right. And those proportions are important, so write this down if you need to. You want to fill your container about 2/3 full with weeds. Then fill the rest all the way to the top with water. Put a lid on it, leave it somewhere it won't be disturbed, and let it sit for a week. One thing to do every day: open the lid and give it a stir. This helps the process along and keeps everything moving. Now, if you want to speed things up a little, I'll share a tip I use personally. Take a small cup of warm water, add a pinch of sugar and half a teaspoon of dry yeast. Stir until it dissolves, then pour that into your container. The yeast helps break down the green material faster, so your fertilizer can be ready sooner. You can also add a small handful of garden soil to the mix. Soil is full of living microorganisms that will help process everything more quickly. It's optional, but it does make a difference. Section 4. How do you know when it's ready? After about a week, sometimes as early as 5 days, if the weather is warm, your fertilizer will be ready. How do you know? Two signs to look for. First, the bubbling and foam on the surface will slow down and stop. When you first start the mixture, it's quite active. It bubbles a lot as the plant material breaks down. When it goes quiet and still, that's a good sign. Second, when you look inside, you'll see that most of the leaves have completely dissolved into the water. What you're left with is a dark, concentrated liquid, and that is your finished fertilizer. This dark liquid is your concentrate. It is strong. You must not use it directly on plants. It will be too much for them. You need to dilute it first, which I'll walk you through in just a moment. Section 5. How to use the fertilizer. All right, this is the part most people want to know. How do you actually use this on your plants? The dilution ratio I use is 2 liters of concentrate mixed into 8 liters of clean water. That gives you 10 liters of ready-to-use fertilizer. I actually tested this myself last season. Before that, I was using 1 liter of concentrate to 9 liters of water. But when I increased it to 2 liters, the results were clearly better. The plants responded faster and looked much healthier. So the ratio to remember is 2 liters of concentrate, 8 liters of water. That's your feeding solution. Vegetables, cucumbers, peppers, zucchini, eggplants, watermelons, melons, pumpkins. For all of these, use about 1 liter of feeding solution per plant. One important step before you feed. Water your plants with plain water first. at least an hour before applying the fertilizer. When the soil is already moist, the nutrients are absorbed much more easily and the roots aren't shocked. Tomatoes. A special case now. Tomatoes are a little different, and I want to spend a moment on this because it's one of the most common mistakes beginners make. This fertilizer is high in nitrogen. Nitrogen is great for leafy growth, but too much of it on tomatoes causes a problem called fat plant syndrome. What happens is the plant puts all its energy into growing big, thick leaves. It looks healthy on the outside, but then it starts dropping its flowers and barely sets any fruit. That's the last thing you want after all your hard work. So for tomatoes, use a slightly more diluted mix. 1 liter of concentrate per 9 liters of water instead of 8. Just a small adjustment, but it makes a real difference. And please, don't be tempted to give tomatoes more than this. Stick to the lower dose. Fruit bushes and trees, currants, gooseberries, blueberries, honeysuckle. This fertilizer also works really well on fruit bushes. For younger, smaller bushes, pour about 3 liters of the diluted solution around the base. For larger, established bushes, give them around 5 liters. The same amounts work for fruit trees too. Again, always water the soil first before you feed. That's a habit worth building with any liquid fertilizer. Section 6. How often to feed your plants? Once a week is the right rhythm for this fertilizer. Not more, not less. Feed your plants once every 7 days, and you'll see steady, healthy growth through the season. Here's the other thing I love about this system. It's continuous. When you finish one batch, you don't need to start completely from scratch. Just pull some fresh weeds, fill your container back up to 2/3 with the new weeds, and top up with water again. The leftover liquid at the bottom of the container acts as a starter culture. You no longer need to add yeast. The microorganisms already in there will get to work right away. Your next batch will be ready in another week, so you just keep cycling through. One batch finishes, the next one starts. You'll have a steady supply of free fertilizer all season long. Section 7. When to stop using it. This is something a lot of beginners don't think to ask. When do I stop using green fertilizer? And it's a really important question. Use this fertilizer right up until your plants start forming and ripening their fruit. Once your tomatoes are turning red, your cucumbers are sizing up, your peppers are changing color, that's when you stop. At that stage, your plants no longer need a lot of nitrogen. What they need now is phosphorus and potassium to help ripen the fruits properly and make them sweeter and more flavorful. I'll be covering exactly what to use for that stage in an upcoming video, so keep an eye out for that one. Section 8. The best time to start if you're wondering when to begin using this fertilizer. The answer is right now, at the start of the season. The ideal time is after you've planted your seedlings and they've had a chance to settle in and take root. Once they look stable and are starting to grow, that's when you bring in this fertilizer to really push them forward. That first feeding makes a huge difference. You'll notice the plants pick up pace, the leaves get deeper in color, and the stems get thicker and stronger. It really sets the tone for the whole growing season. And that really is everything you need to know to get started with weed tea fertilizer. It's free, it's natural, it works. And once you build the habit of making it, it just becomes a normal part of your weekly garden routine. Let me just do a quick recap of the key points before we go. Fill your container 2/3 with weeds. Top up with water. Add a little yeast and sugar to speed things up. Stir every day. After a week, your concentrate is ready. Dilute 2 liters of concentrate in 8 liters of water for most vegetables. Use a slightly lighter mix for tomatoes, 1 liter to 9 liters. Feed once a week. Always water first. Stop feeding when fruits start to ripen. That's it. It really is that simple. If this was helpful, please give the video a like. It helps other beginners find it. And if you want to follow along as the season progresses, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video. We're going to be talking about natural pest control, specifically how to deal with aphids without using any chemicals. That's coming up very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of your garden, and I'll see you in the next one.